All right, what is going on, guys? It is time for another episode of the Chasing Waypoints podcast. Broadcasting from the Adventure Taco Studios, nestled away in the corner of San Diego County, not a lot of people know of, Hamul. So we got another episode in store for you guys today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Look for us on Facebook, Instagram, and on the YouTube. Don't forget, we do Waypoint Wednesdays for you guys to check out, so that you should be subscribed on there as well. But with that being said, let's get right to the episode. Here we go. All right, so welcome back, guys. We have got the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge going on right now. We have got 3 stages now under our belts. The prologue, which kind of counts. Then you've got stage 1 and stage 2 both under our belts. And right now we're going to go back. We'll take it all the way back to the prologue stage so we could talk a little bit about it. Let's see here. Finishing order. So it was 2.2 kilometers only for the prologue. So that is super, super fast. I mean, you're talking... let's see, 1 mile is about 0.6 of a kilometer. So just, I mean, less than a couple of miles, mile and a half, 1.2 miles, something like that. It's not a lot. So interesting to see. We'll be able to catch up a little bit more and find out about how short that was. But anyway, let's talk about what the 2.2 kilometer stage looked like. Setting the pace was, let's see, this is M. Doktari. Getting used to it. A couple of new names here, but no stranger to that. Second position and tied for the time was Matthias Wagner, second. And then finishing just 8 seconds back was Toby Price in the number 3 spot. He's on the Red Bull KTM factory racing bike as well. Kevin Benavides in the number 4 spot, finishing 40 seconds back. And then from there, it is Franco Kami in the number 5 spot, another 40 seconds back. Then we've got Ross Branch, another 40 seconds back. So a lot of changing on the times here. I'm looking at they're going down, and some guys made up time, some guys lost time. Like Kem Benavides was on par, left 4th and finished 4th. But then from there, it just keeps dropping as far as times go. So let's see here. All right, and yeah, we've got a new. So the timing pages is a little bit different than what they were. So let's see here. Okay, this will make a little bit more sense for you guys. So Darty on the SRG Motorsports bike, finishing at 20 minutes and 16 seconds for the stage. Matthias Wagner in the number 2 spot, going to be finishing tied 2016 as well on the Red Bull KTM factory racing bike. Toby Price in the number 3 spot, 2024, and that was, again, this is all for the prologue. Kevin Benavides finishing flush 2056, and then from there, Franco Kami in that number 5 spot on the Hero Motorsports bike, 20 minutes and 56 seconds, finishing right alongside newcomer teammate on the Hero Motorsports Rally team, Ross Branch finishing 2056 as well. Bradley Cox picking up some time, but also finishing 2056. So 3 guys right on top of each other there. And again, that is Bradley Cox on the BAS World KTM Racing Team. Joaquin Rodriguez in the number 8 spot on the Hero Motorsports bike. 2104 for him. Luciano Benavides in the number 9 spot. Husqvarna Factory Racing. 2104 for him. And then Luciano Santolino in the number 10 spot. Team Sherco Rally. He finished 2112 back. And then you've got a tie basically for that number 10 spot. You've got the Dumontier on the HT Rally Raid Husqvarna, and then Skylar Howes on, HT Rally. Then you have more on the HT Rally Raid bike, and that is also 2112. And then Skylar Howes finishing 13th, 2120 for him. Then it's Michek And then Durbowski also finishing just behind in there, 21:20 for them as well. And then you have Mason Klein in the 16th spot, also on the BAS World KTM Racing bike, 21:20 for him as well. So I'm seeing a lot of people tied up and finishing. It almost seems like they were finishing in groups, one on top of each other. But then again, 2.2 kilometers, it's kind of hard to maybe mess it up. I don't know. It's an interesting one. I mean, being so short. From what I understand, it was the time for stage one, or the prologue and stage one, that would help determine the stage two starting order. If I'm not mistaken here, let's go back and review the notes. We did hear back from Mason. And yeah, so from a message from Mason Klein here, prologue was 2.2 kilometers. And then from there, I think that was there. Starting order for today was based off of stage one and the prologue times combined. So the stage two starting order was both the prologue and stage one stage times combined. The early reports are the dunes are crazy out there, super gnarly, but today stage two is much better than yesterday because the dunes were a bit more predictable. So that was nice, but still super dangerous. So interesting insight there. This is basically going to be 100% dunes for these guys. So it's going to be an interesting rally. The guys that are not really used to, or very, very proficient in sand dunes, or don't have the confidence, because I feel like a lot of that stuff, if you've ever seen the videos of, for us over here on this side of the pond, if you've ever seen the stuff like out of Glamis and you've seen the pictures and the accidents and stuff like that, the dunes can be very unpredictable. And I think that the advantage is the guys that grew up riding those and feel much more comfortable and confident and know how to read that terrain, albeit very difficult. I think are going to be more proficient overall in this rally, or at least have a better showing. But then again, also, the stages and the swing that you get from stage to stage as far as the times go is also going to be interesting, because now that starting position just a little bit further back may help, because you'll have more tracks in the dunes. It'll be easier carve dunes, do things, and then you can also see on the top of the dunes, did it look like a full send? Did it, is it something that they barely crested it? There's going to be a lot more terrain reading going on. I don't know that they're going to have the wet dunes like what they had in for the Dakar back in January, just a couple short months ago, but we'll see. This is still not as long as the Dakar, obviously, but there are still some pretty stout stages, averaging between 200-300 kilometers a day. So we'll see how that works. And for those of you playing the home game, 100 kilometers, you're looking at about 60 miles, 62 miles to be exact. So 300 kilometers, you're looking at about 180 mile day. Just rough math. The guys with the calculators will correct me on that one. But yeah, so that was what we talked about time-wise. That was for the prologue stage. Let's look at stage 1B, or that is our actual stage one. So let's see here. Arrive special stage. So stage winner on stage number one, Sam Sunderland on the Gas Factory. Finishing in, let's see here, arrive special stage. Let's see, time. Here we go. Okay, so Sam Sunderland clearing the stage in 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 32 seconds, followed by Kevin Benavidez on the Red Bull KTM Factory bike, 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 43 seconds. Then Doherty in that number 3 spot on the SRG Motorsports bike. He is 3 hours, 20 minutes, and 46 seconds, so just 3 seconds off the pace of Benavidez on that stage for stage one. Matthias Wagner in the number 4 spot, Red Bull Factory KTM Racing. Finishing up 3 hours, 21 minutes, and 9 seconds. And then it is followed by Ignacio Nacho Cornejo in the number 5 spot, Monster Energy Honda, 3 hours, 21 minutes, and 16 seconds. So not far back, 7 seconds right there between Cornejo and Wagner at the end of stage one. Paulo Quintanilla in the number 6 spot, finishing 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 34 seconds back. Ricky Brabeck in the number 7 spot on the Monster Energy Honda, also finishing going to be 3 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds back. Then Toby Price in the number 8 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 3 hours, 24 minutes, and 58 seconds. And then it is Joaquin Rodriguez in the number 9 spot, Hero Motorsports team, and that is 3 hours, 27 minutes, and 00 seconds on that one. Then another hero bike. We've got Cami from Argentina in that number 10 spot. 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 15 seconds for him, followed by Luciano Benavides in the number 11 spot. Husqvarna Factory Racing, 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 45 seconds. Luciano Santolino in that number 12 spot, finishing 3 hours, 32 minutes, and 48 seconds back. Mason Klein, 13th on that BAS World KTM Racing Dakar bike. KTM Racing Team. Sorry, BAS World KTM Racing Team, finishing 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 46 seconds back. And then Skylar Howes on the Husqvarna Factory Racing bike, finishing 3:35 and 47 seconds back. That is one more for your top 15. And Dumontier from France on the HT Rally Raid Husqvarna bike, 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 46 seconds for him. So definitely good showing on the top 15. Howes, Klein, Brabeck all up there, and then let's see here right behind them, so Bradley Cox finishing 17th, 3 hours 45 minutes and 37 seconds back, so losing some time on that one. So again, that is for the stage one for these guys, and that was from Abu Dhabi to Qasr Al Sarab. And then let's see here. Let's see what we got. That is news for there. Let's see. It's interesting. I'm poking around the site here, and let's see what they've got. Okay, here we go. Now we've got some stage recap stuff. Okay, so stage for today for the motos, the liaison being 36 kilometers, and the stage special, the actual timed part of it being 262. So let's do the quick math on that one. So 36 plus 262 equals 298 kilometers divided by 0.62 gives us, not that right, that's times 0.62. So 298 times 0.62. 184.76 miles is what these guys ran today. So most of that being, it looks like dunes and whatnot. Let's see. Everybody accounted for, number of participants, 40 at start, 40 left, 40 arrived. And then from there, your leader at the latest waypoint. So at the end was Sam Sunderland. So, all right. So not a bad day. Everybody accounted for, and it's still a pretty healthy ride at 185 miles. So let's take a look at stage two. Stage two, that is another loop stage, and that was from Qasr Al Sarab back around to Qasr Al Sarab. Let's take a look at what the stage looked like here. Let's jump onto this one. Okay, so today's stage, definitely a lot longer. And by today's stage, I mean what these guys were running through last night and into this morning, because we're basically 12 hours apart. So let's take a look at this. Take a look at the distances covered. So 316 kilometers of special, so actually timed racing. And then let's go ahead and add the 138 kilometers of liaison. Again, so liaison is commuting from the bivouac to the start line, from the finish line to the bivouac. That's what your commuting is there. 454 kilometers there, so definitely a long day. So let's see here, times 0.62. And 281 miles total. So today was definitely a healthy day, 281.5 to be exact. So not a bad day of riding. Let's see what the rankings look like after that. Let's go to live timing, and then we're going to go to time to get the last one. Okay, so Ross Branch set the pace on stage two. 4 hours, 10 minutes, 28 seconds. Luciano Benavides in the number 2 spot on the Husqvarna Factory Racing bike. 4 hours, 11 minutes, and 7 seconds, followed by Kevin Benavides. Ooh, the brothers, 2 and 3. Kevin Benavides, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, finishing 4:11.09, just 2 seconds off the pace of Luciano Benavides. Ricky Brabeck putting up a number 4. 4 hours, 11 minutes, and 17 seconds, starting and finishing in the same spot. And then we've got Cami on the Hero Motorsports Rally team, going to be finishing 4 hours, 12 minutes, 2 seconds. And then we've got Pablo Quintanilla in the number 6 spot, finishing 4:14.20. So 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 20 seconds. That's on the Monster Energy Honda. And then Joaquim Rodriguez, Hero Motorsports Rally team, 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 30 seconds. Nacho Cornejo in that number 8 spot, Monster Energy Honda team, 14:4:44. So 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 44 seconds. Sam Sunderland in the number 9 spot, finishing 4 hours, 16 minutes, and 33 seconds back, followed by Toby Price in the number 10 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 4 hours, 16 minutes, and 45 seconds. Skylar Howes putting up at number 11, Husqvarna Factory Racing Bike, 4 hours, 18 minutes and 29 seconds. Matthias Wagner in that number 12 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, finishing 4 hours, 22 minutes and 33 seconds. Didn't pick up any spots there. And then Mason Klein in the number 13 spot. He is at 4 hours, 24 minutes and 9 seconds. Luciano Santolino on the Sherco, finishing 4 hours, 25 minutes and 47 seconds back. And rounding out the top 15 is Dumotier, HT Rally Raid Husqvarna Racing, 4 hours, 30 minutes and 42 seconds. So that was your top 15 on that one. Glad to see still we've got Mason Klein, Skylar Howes, and Ricky Brabeck all running up there. Ricky Brabeck top 5, making that one happen. So let's see. That was the stage. So let's look at the rankings through the complete stage at the end of stage 2 and what it looks like tomorrow. Let's look at the general rankings here. And here is what it looks like so far. So after 2 stages, prologue and 2 stages, you've got Kevin Benavides is your leader right now of the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Bike, finishing with a total time so far of 7 hours, 52 minutes, and 48 seconds. And then from there, Ricky Brabeck in the number 2 spot on the Monster Energy Honda, 7 hours, 57 minutes, and 11 seconds. That is a 4 minute and 23 second gap between first and second, Benavides and Brabeck. And then from there, in the number 3 spot, Nacho Cornejo on the Monster Energy Honda, also 7 hours, 57 minutes, and 52 seconds back. He is going to be 5 minutes and 4 seconds off the lead. Sam Sunderland in number 4. Sunderland, remember, your Dakar winner, is sitting right now in 4th, 7 hours, 58 minutes, and 33 seconds. 5:45 back off of the time of Kevin Benavides, your current rally leader. Then it's going to be Pablo Quintanilla in the number 5 spot, Monster Energy Honda, 8 hours and 14 seconds, 7:26 back. Followed by Luciano Benavides in the number 6 spot, Husqvarna Factory Racing, 8 hours, 1 minute, 56 seconds. That's going to be 9 minutes and 8 seconds off the pace of the leader. And then followed by, let's see here, that was Benavides. We've got Toby Price in the number 7 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory. We've got 8 hours, 2 minutes, and 7 seconds. He's going to be 9 minutes and 19 seconds back. Cami in the number 8 spot on the Hero Motorsports Team Rally. Let's see, we've got 8 hours, 2 minutes, and 13 seconds back. So not much room to breathe between Price and Cami. 9 minutes and 25 seconds off the lead. Joaquim Rodriguez in the number 9 spot. He is on the Hero Motorsports Team Rally. 8 hours, 2 minutes, 34 seconds, and he is going to be 9 minutes and 46 seconds off of the lead time. Matthias Wagner in the number 10 spot, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 8 hours, 3 minutes, 58 seconds back. He's going to be 11 minutes and 10 seconds off the lead. Skylar Howes in the number 11 spot, Husqvarna Factory Racing, going to be 8 hours, 15 minutes, and 36 seconds total. He's going to be 22 minutes and 48 seconds off of the lead, and then followed by none other than Mason Klein in the number 12 spot, BAS World KTM Racing Team, 8 hours, 19 minutes, 15 seconds. He is 26 minutes, 27 seconds off the lead of Kevin Benavides, or the time of Kevin Benavides. After that, Luciano Santolino in the number 13 spot on the Sherco. He's going to be 8 hours, 19 minutes, 47 seconds back, 26:59. So not far off of Mason Klein's time, but definitely a ways to the lead. Let's see. Then we've got in the number 14 spot, we have got Dumontier in that HT Rally Raid Husqvarna Racing Bike. 8 hours, 34 minutes, and 40 seconds. He is going to be 41 minutes and 52 seconds off of the lead. So huge jump right there from 13th to 14th. Definitely going to be some difficulty making that time up. Remember, it's not as long as Dakar, so every stage is counting a lot closer. I feel like this is a lot more like the second half of the Dakar. It's a little bit more sprint race than it is than the Dakar would be, even though it's still long days. you don't have that 2 weeks worth of stages that you're going to be going through to make this happen. So it should be interesting to see what it all piles into. Then we've got a new guy in the 15 spot to round out your top 15. Lucci from Italy. He is on a Solaris racing bike, and that is 8 hours, 59 minutes, and 15 seconds. He's going to be 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 27 seconds off the pace of your current rally leader, Kevin Benavidez. So let's see. Let's take a look here, see if we spot anybody else. From what I understand, we did have an off today from Bradley Cox, which was a bummer to see, because that is one of the competitors in Mason Klein's category for the World Rally Raid Championship. So let's take a look here. Let's go down the list here. We do have a few other riders. We did have a chance to get a check in with Kyle McCoy. So Kyle McCoy from the American Rally Originals is also racing the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. He is over there on the BAS Dakar team as well, or KTM World. Let's see. Let's get this official. BAS World KTM Racing Team. He is also there and in the bivouac with Mason Klein on that one. So checking in with him on how the rally was. We checked in right before, and he mentioned the shakedown had been done. The prologue was coming up. He was like me, and I think like a lot of us, when he heard that it was only a 2-kilometer prologue, which is pretty much, I mean, like literally that's a sprint race, super sprint race. So just in from him just now. So stage 1 was rough, didn't have a good day. A lot of weird things happened, long story. So we'll get caught up on that one. Stage 2 was perfect for me, rode right where I belong. Lots of riders starting to crash out or break bikes. Here we go. The race of attrition, right? You got to be on it a little bit more because you don't have that time to make up time like you do at the Dakar. So people are going to be pushing a little bit harder. And then there's the wild card of the dunes. Come over a rise. Other side of it, what you thought was nice and smooth is more like a wall straight up and down. And now you're in the air for a lot longer than you thought. So it's very, very interesting. And then another thing that we were noticing, and I did see a video from Mason Klein on his Instagram, about the temperature. So they're running out there in like that 90-degree, high 80s, low 90s. At least that was the weather the other day. But Kyle's also saying that, yeah, same thing. It's pretty hot out there. So, we'll see. I mean, this is still got more than a few days to go, with stage 2 just being a couple of hours away, or stage 3 being just a couple of hours away. So let's see. So we're actually going to go, let's see, let's do the total count here. Looks like 6 stages total of racing. So we are 3 down so far. We've got 3 more to go. One of them, the third stage, starting in a little bit over 2 hours. And then you have stage 4, which will be for tomorrow evening, and then stage 5 for the evening after. So last stage is on the 10th of March. So that's going to be on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll definitely, we'll try and do another recap tomorrow. I think that it's going to get a lot closer with the stages as far as the competition goes, and as far as getting people seeing the movement in the ranks. I mean, this is a really good test, I think, for strategy, and where your starting position is versus where your finishing position is, but you don't have a lot of room to play with that. If you guys remember, and we were talking about that in the Dakar, is that there was that big, like, hey, my guy's doing good, they're leading the stage, and then all of a sudden they fall off right at the end, and it's because they're kind of betting on where they kind of want to finish, to try and get that optimal starting position, right? You don't want to be the guy leading out, especially in the dunes where you have 0 tracks from one day to the next. I mean, literally the wind can whip out and completely change the dunes, and also change and erase tracks completely. So that is going to be a difficult thing to be doing, with so little time. If you get it wrong, it could cost you dearly. If you get it right, you could benefit from it. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams play their cards and work towards that finish line. It's cool to see that everybody's kind of grouped up, right, in pairs. You've got a couple Monster Energy Hondas, top 3. And then you have the Gas Husqvarna and Red Bull KTM, all kind of in that same KTM group. So I have a feeling we've got some strategy to see, but I don't expect it to be as big as how we saw just a couple of months ago in the Dakar Rally. So we're definitely in for it. We want to see what's going on that one. Let's take a closer look, though, really quick before we sign off on this one. We do have the World Rally Raid Championship. You have the FIA version and the FIM version, FIM for the motorcycles. So coming into the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, so the Dakar is the first point scoring event for this. You do have Sam Sunderland leading the group on the Team Gas Factory Racing with 38 points. Then you have Paulo Quintanilla in the number 2 spot on the Team Monster Energy Honda with 30 points, so 8 points behind there. Matthias Wagner on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing bike, he's 24 points. Adrian Van Beveren in the number 4 spot on this one, and man, this is a tough one. Monster Energy Yamaha Rally official is no longer. So he was managed to score 20 points for that and put him in the 4th spot going into this one. Beretta in the number 5 spot on the Monster Energy Honda with 17 points. Nacho Cornejo in the number 6 spot on the Monster Energy Honda with 15 points. Ricky Brabeck in the number 7 spot with the Monster Energy Honda with 14 points. Toby Price on the Red Bull KTM Factory bike, 12 points. And then Santolino on the Sherco, 11 points, followed by Luciano Benavides in the number 10 spot with 9 points. So let's take a look. Let's go down a little bit further. We're going to go all the way down to the 15th. Xavier Disseltre on the HT Rally Raid Husqvarna racing bike, 6 points. Mare on the number 13th on the Hero Motorsports Rally bike. He is 5 points. In the 14th spot, Gonçalves in that on that Sherco rally bike, 3 points for him. Minchek in the 15th spot on the Orion Motor Racing Group with 2 points, and then tied with Kevin Benavides on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing bike with 2 points as well. So that is your top 15 there on the World Rally Raid circuit. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get Rally 2. Here we go. FIM Rally Raid World Cup for Rally 2 pilots. Right now, your leader at this moment is going to be Mason Klein on the BAS World KTM Racing with 38 points. Chaplier from France in that number 2 spot on the Team Baines rally bike. He's 30 points. In the number 3 spot, Dumatier with 24 points on the Moteur Racing's privateer team there. Brabeck, the other Brabeck, on Strugent Racing with 20 points, sitting in the number 4 spot. Bradley Cox on the Team BAS World KTM Racing bike, 17 points. So the one we're worried about right now, we're looking at, is the Chaplier guy, and that is 30 points, so just 8 points off of Mason Klein's performance at Dakar. Let's see here. Then Bradley Cox in the number 5 spot. Lanos in the number 6 spot on the Team X-Raid Experience. 15 points for him. Dabrowski in the number 7 spot on the Dust Rally team. 14 points for him. On the number 8 spot is Glenn Zanakis from Lithuania. Orion Dakar team, 12 points back. And then it is Le Pen from France. Team Nomade Racing, 11 points back. And then Engel from Czechoslovakia in that number 10 spot. Moto Racing Group, 9 points back. Let's take a look at the just outside of the top 10. You've got Dumatier on the, let's see, Martini from Belgium. That is on the Dumatier Racing bike. That is 8 points in the number 11 spot. In the number 12 spot, Jagu from France, LG Rally team, 6 points for him. And then number 13 spot, you've got Malo on the Team Spirit KTM, 5 points back. Seymour from Zimbabwe, I believe that is. And that is 14th on the Sharon Moore team. He's got 3 points. And then we have got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. We've got a whole lot of guys. Still going, still scrolling. I'm glad I stopped counting. A lot of guys finishing in that 15 spot, and that's a tie for the 15th spot, which all of these guys are scoring the scored with 2 points. So the official guy listed at the very top of the number 15th. Let's give you guys that one. And if you guys are interested in checking this out, you can always look at worldrallyraidchampionship.com and that'll pull it up for you. Let's take a look here. Still scrolling back up to where I was. And the top of the 15ers, Dovezi from France on the Team Nomade Racing with 2 points. So everything after that, Cabrera, we've got Reju, Jaffer, Gaines, Yaka, Patro, Herbst, Van Wilkser, Gretty. I mean, the list goes on and on of guys that are all tied for 15th. But, it'll be interesting to see how many of these guys made it. I know Bradley Cox is at the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. Obviously, Mason Klein is there. And then you have Dumatier, who's also there as well. So we'll see. I mean, I did see the Dabrowski guy as well, I believe, on that one. So we've got a few guys that are there and racing. So it'll be interesting to see what it looks like all said and done after the 6 stages. So what else do we got? So all right. So after the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, we're on to the Kazakhstan Rally. That is going to be round number 3 of the World Rally Championship. World Rally Raid Championship. Can't forget that raid part of it. And then Andalusia Rally after that. That'll be round 4 of the World Rally Raid Championship. And then wrapping it up is going to be the Rally du Maroc. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is in Rally Month this October. So that'll be the final one. So this one being made up of 5 rallies to score. So what we're looking for is to see, how many of these guys go out to each rally. Are they already planning on sitting one out? So this will be pretty cool. I'm excited to see how this shakes up after the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, and then also how these next 3 stages go in Abu Dhabi. So anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys are going to be following along for this one, so we can get you guys some more updates. We should be resuming regular updates. Wednesday's update, Waypoint Wednesdays. We'll be doing that. Might be a little bit later on. We've got some family stuff going on, so I don't want to bite into that, but we definitely want to do that Waypoint Wednesdays with you guys. So if you haven't already tuned in, make sure you jump on the YouTube channel, subscribe to that, and be alerted. So normally it's on Wednesdays at 7:15 Pacific Standard Time. For those of you guys in other time zones, 7:15 p.m. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll be talking a little bit more about Rally Raid and adventure bikes and whatever else we can come up with. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast so far. I want to thank everybody for supporting it so far and thus far, and looking forward to doing many, many more episodes. So with that being said, guys, we will see you for the next update. All right, that is the wrap for the Chasing Waypoints podcast this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you heard. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a bunch of others. Also, follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook under Chasing Waypoints, Instagram Chasing Waypoints _official, and of course, the YouTube under Chasing Waypoints. Hope everybody has a good week. We will see you guys for the next episode. Remember, shiny side up, and don't forget to tag us. We want to see where you guys are riding and what you guys are up to. Have a great week.